Hello guys, it's very ill James Huxtable here, ready to talk to you about the second half of my question, evaluation question 1, which is in what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge the conventions of real media products? So, I've made a video before about the film, now we'll be talking about the ancillary tasks and how they challenge the forms and conventions of real media products. So, I'll start with the poster. So the poster is that here. You see the poster there. So the poster itself, I wanted to keep it very simple first of all. Like, if you can look at your poster, you see that the design is quite simple. You can see that there is you got the actual words, 3 strings of text, and then an image and a border around it. And that's it. I wanted to keep it a very simple sort of design because I don't want my ideas getting construed. I want people to be very aware that the film, that this was an advertisement for a album. I don't want to complicate it all with loads of extravagant designing or anything too. If it's too much, I felt like the actual message of the poster would not be received properly. Because I feel like if you've got too many stuff going on, it's not going to be seen the way you want it to see. So that is the first thing about that. It's used by a lot of people, a lot of different artists in the indie sort of genre, or in every sort of genre really, because they don't want their ideas to be misconstrued. There's no point for them paying for some advertising if it doesn't do the job actually advertising anything, because it's too much going on and you don't actually get the message of it. Also, you'll see here it's black and white mostly for the most part, and then it's got an injection of colour here and also injection of colour throughout the actual text. And so I wanted to do this and inject this colour. I want to make the colour more visual, because obviously the video itself is quite dark. I like to see it as being quite dark with moments of light, and therefore by actually having this here and actually the injection of colour, it really is able to just display that in the best way I could for a poster. But the band itself and challenge conventions anyway. Like, also as well as that, I want to use a mosaic and get the sort of religious connotations. So, as you can see, beware the wolf is slightly transparent. And also it's written in ways that make it resemble like a stained glass window. And that's because I set it at a church here, and basically I wanted to really get that idea of the religious connotations of it. Because you see, it's also going to screen a graveyard with a church in the background. So therefore, by having this religious writing, I was able to make the whole poster fit together, make it all work. And yeah, so that's basically what I want to do with the poster. And now I'll move on to the digipack. So the digipack is this here. Please excuse the writing on the spine. The spine did come out well in the print, but on the actual product obviously it's better. But digipacks. So in keeping with similar albums, which have this sort of perfect imperfect approach. Like most of Front Bottom's work is based around their low production value, their fact if Brian Seller, the lead singer's voice cracks all during the song, then he'll keep it in. So therefore, in keeping with this sort of perfect imperfect design concepts for their previous albums, I want to make a album cover or digipack which was able to do this. And that's why by making certain choices, like having the sort of scratchy effect on this picture here, or by using the colour sort of fading, come back into fade again on the actual back of the album, and also the writing itself, by being the writing itself of the album, by being that sort of messy effect of it, I was able to make it look very authentic to their actual album designs. As well as that, I wanted to incorporate a cartoon image. So you see on the front there is it's like the wolf is basically cartoony, and I wanted to basically incorporate that because I found in a lot of punky indie sort of bands nowadays, they're using a lot more cartoon images, and I thought this is a really good way, by using a drawn image and then editing that drawn image to make it how I wanted to make it. It was a really good way, and in keeping with the conventions of our album covers recently, which can really just make an album really well without really. Like, you get an image and you edit it and it looks great, and I was really happy with it, and it's also in keeping with a lot of the conventions of current album covers. Also, a use of colour. I always make sure I use a lot of different colours. I always use like a lot of warm colours like pinks, greens and blues when I was editing, because I really wanted the piece to feel quite warm and light-hearted, and to make people, to draw people to the album cover rather than using cold metallics or anything like that, which might draw them away. I want to draw people in, and it's an effect used by a lot of bands such as Coldplay, for example. And I know it's a different genre to Coldplay, but I really think it's a good aspect of their album art which really draws people to their work, and that's why I really want to do that. Also, you may see on the album here, on the spine, and also in a very, very sort of watermark print there, I used the band's logo, and there's a lot of people trying to, and if a band is starting up, or not as big as it would normally be, like such as Front Bombs, which has probably a bigger, much bigger ceiling, they want to get their logo out, so therefore people remember the band, and by having a logo on the front cover and on the disc 3 times, it is able to really just make it stick in people's minds and make it work. That's why something used by a lot of different bands, basically, therefore they can push their market further. And finally, I wanted to, you may see I put a kiss and a hug on the front bottom bit there, because I really wanted to, while displaying a professional and successful digipack, I really want to just incorporate the cheeky sort of intimate side of the front bottoms. I'm having this kiss and a hug to sort of the audience, where I really allows them just to spread that cheekiness, because it's unconventional to regular systems that they put like something like that, but they're an unconventional band, and therefore by having this sort of cheekiness displayed through an album cover, I was able to really just go ahead and do that and show off the sort of band they are. Anyway, that concludes this video, and that is it for the video. Awesome. Thank you very much. I hope I answered the question of what ways could your media product use the Open Challenge conventions of real media products based around the ancillary tasks I created. Thank you. Bye bye.